How's it going, everybody? Sampa here, and usually when I do my Duel Links videos, I usually just show you intense duels that I come across during PvP. Don't really do much talking, but this one's going to be a little different. The duel itself was annoying. This duel in particular was severely annoying. And any other deck that plays like this is annoying to deal with. They're not hard, it's just time consuming and annoying to come across decks that are like this. And it's not like a meta deck like the Aromage or Shiranui or the Thunder Dragons and all that. You'll pretty much see what I'm talking about. So pretty much I just start, my turn, I set Laurel as always, and then end it, because there's really nothing much I can do at this point. So at this point, I'm just more or less, I just decided to play it safe, and if I'm correct, I went with Rosemary. I played my Rosemary and then just went straight for the attack. And so my opponent activates the Flu Summoning Karibo, which allows them to add Karibo or Wing Karibo from their deck to their hand, or summon it to the field. So pretty much, just add Karibo to your hand and then just send it off to not take really any damage, because it just makes the damage zero. Relatively old card that I used to use in a Fiend deck that I had in the TCG. So I had pretty much, I realized that it was a burn style deck the moment they brought out Lava Golem. So pretty much I knew at that point that this duel was going to be more or less annoying, but luckily I had a plan B for Lava Golem. So after I pretty much take the 1000 damage from it, I decided to go ahead and tribute, after setting my card, I decided to go ahead and tribute it just so I could bring out my Bergamot. And then just went in straight for the attack. But apparently they had another Karibo in their hand. So pretty much this is the point where I'm just, every turn is just going to be, it's going to be, every turn which is going to be straight up annoyance and having to dwindle down their cards. At this point I was pretty much going to go with trying to increase my life points in some way so that I can use Bergamot to break through defense and deal some damage. So I add Rosemary straight back to my deck just so I can get the 500 extra points and then boost Bergamot's attack. So the monster I took out was a Wing Karibo, which if I had any other monsters I wouldn't be able to really deal any damage with them, but since Bergamot was my only one, I just had to end. So at this point I used Blessed Wind, and I pretty much just sent Laurel back to the deck just to gain 500 more, just to keep me in my life points ahead. So at this point my life points are pretty much above my opponent, and I pretty much have the advantage at this point. So at this point I was going to swing directly for 3,400. So my opponent uses Massive Morph, which doubled my monster's attack points, but unfortunately it does not allow me to deal damage, or attack directly I should say. So there was not much for me to do at that point. Of course, I thought that was going to be till the end phase, but from what it looked like, it was a permanent effect. So then they pretty much switched my monster to defense mode. And the monster they pretty much summoned was one that was going to deal all of the damage I would have taken from the attack straight to me. But unfortunately, I wasn't going to let that happen. I pretty much just sent Bergamot straight to the graveyard to keep myself from taking that massive damage. I'm more or less just back to where I originally started. So I used Blessed Winds to bring Bergamot back from the graveyard, which with Aroma Gardening is pretty much going to increase my life points back to 4,000. It should have, but I don't know why I didn't at that point. Yeah, another card that pretty much switched our monster to defense position. At this point, I just wanted to get that monster off the field. But my Aroma Gardening pretty much kicked in since my life points were lower. That's why I didn't do it. So I could special summon an Aroma monster from my deck. In all honesty, I don't know why I targeted the Amazoness. I should have just targeted Bergamot and switched him to attack mode, in all honesty. But, you know. Just watching this duel, and he was just aggravating to watch.
What shall I do? I summon a monster. I activate a continuous spell. I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster's effect. I activate my continuous trap.
At this point, my field is pretty much just set up with what I need. Like any answer I would need, I pretty much have my field set up, which is what I love about the Aromage deck, is all the special summoning you can pull off. Not only that, you gain life points, and then their effects just chain off one another.
I activate a field spell. I activate my monster's effect. Here I go. Let's battle. I'll attack with this. I attack with my monster.
Yeah, Fortress Warrior. I have two of those in my synchro deck for you, say. It's a really good effect with that monster, but I couldn't break through its defense because of its effect.
Here I go. It's my turn. My turn. I draw. I activate a field spell.
Now, they had a skill for you, Belle, but they didn't get a chance to really activate it because of because of the life points. Because really, they're about to only have 1,000 life points left at this point, so they couldn't really use the skill. But I was just going to try and end it with Bergamot, but that didn't happen. Kiteroid is a really good card, but he's really annoying to play against. And he's used a lot in a lot of the meta decks that I've faced. He's used in the majority of them. His effect is just too good. But this pretty much puts me at a 5,000 LP advantage at this point. And they pretty much are just top decking. Really, I should have just summoned Kanaga and used its effect to send that face down back. But I didn't do that. I kept Kanaga in my hand just in case I needed to use Blessed Wind. I also kept it for just in case they Lava Golem my two monsters that I had on the field. This is also another card that is used a lot in the meta, which I think is Wall of Disruption. Yep. Which is a good card because it drops monsters by 800 for each monster controlled by your opponent, which is really good if they have like a full field, because it can really change the table pretty quickly. And with Kiteroid being able to get like, you know, 2 negates off his effect, he's just a good card. Both of those cards are highly abused in the meta. Wall of Thorns is basically my mirror force for this deck. And Jar of Avarice is I have not really seen that card used much in Duel Links. This is probably the first time I've ever seen it used in all of the PvPing I've ever done. So it was kind of, you know, it was something new in a way, but it didn't change the fact that I'm facing an annoying deck.
How could you make me suffer even more? I no longer need to use my cursed power.
These type of decks are very annoying to go up against. I actually have a screenshot of the deck that I'm going to show you. So right here, you can see he runs two Lava Golems, a Spear Karibo, Amazoness Swordswoman, one Fortress Warrior, one Kiteroid, which is strange because I usually see 2 Kiteroids in the deck, 2 Winged Karibos, 2 regular Karibos, the Flute of Summoning Karibo, Mask of the Accursed, 1 Countergate, 2 Draining Shields, 1 Wall of Disruption, 1 Jar of Avarice, 1 Curse of Anubis, 1 of, what is that, Wind Spread of, I can't read that last one, and then Massive Morph. So these type of decks are more or less, this is more of a stall deck in a way. The only burn card they really have is the 2 Lava Golems and the Amazoness Swordswoman, and that's pretty much it. Most decks I see like this usually have other burns, and usually I'll see 2 Amazoness Swordswoman, 2 Kiteroids, and 2 Lava Golems in a lot of decks like this. But like I said, they couldn't use their skill Allured by Darkness because they would have lost the last 1,000 of their life points. I pretty much, you know, knocked them down so much that they couldn't really use the skill. It's not a bad skill. It's basically like using a Lure of Darkness in a way. But these decks are, as my Duel Links group would call, cancer, because they ain't hard to beat. They're actually pretty easy to beat, especially one like this that really just stalls out and everything. they're just really annoying to face. I hate facing them, but I'd rather just, win against them than surrender and just, move on. Not really my style. I don't really like surrendering, but when I do PvP, I expect intense duels, and a duel like this is not really intense to me. It's really annoying and kind of a waste of my time, but I mean, the deck is good. I'm not gonna lie, this deck is definitely good, but an extreme annoyance. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe for more content, like and fave, and maybe share with some other dueling, people who play Duel Links. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.